Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Chuba Traites Podcast. Macam biasa, you guys are with me, Zalski and
Mr. Taufan, hello.
Mr. Taufan. So, before anything lah, I just wanted to address something lah pasal episode last week. The episode dia banyak engagement lah and banyak good comment, banyak juga bad comment.
It's okay. We handle and accept critics healthily. Yeah.
And thank you for the comments juga lah. Banyak yang kami belajar daripada sana. And I know it was our mistake sebab kami kurang kaji pasal politics before we talk about it. But we have something big for you guys. There will be a macam mana mau cakap apa? Episode lanjutan.
Next episode.
Dia akan ada sambungan lah episode politik tu, which coming out dalam bulan ni lah, bulan 8 ni. So stay tuned for that. We promise you we'll do better for that
We'll
episode.
try.
And the guest will be someone, adalah rahasia lah, but you guys will want to hear the episode. So for this week kita bukan cerita politik lagi.
Nope.
We will talk about the youth lah, I guess, huh?
Youth. We are youth. We are always talking about youth and entertainment. So yeah, we're going back on track lah, for the moment, for the time being. Yeah.
Okay, so for this week in the studio we have Hillary, which is the president of Movement of Empowerment Association.
Yes, correct.
Yes, so welcome to the studio, Hillary.
Hi, thank you for having me.
We're doing NGO now.
Yeah, we're doing NGO now.
It's an NGO. So kita go straight to the point lah.
Yes, let's go.
What is MOEA?
So basically, MOA, Movement of Empowerment Association, and it's focusing on the youngsters from age 18 to 35 years old. And what we do here is that we want to empower the youth. We want to empower the youngsters, especially the local, the Sabahan youth, so that they can have more self belief lah, orang bilang. Yang kita ni semua actually boleh buat. Cuma I think you need to find right purpose. Mau cari kau punya life purpose tu bukan senang juga. Especially as the youngsters kan. So we are here to guide and to do this together lah, orang bilang.
How do you plan to empower the youth exactly?
Okay, panjang cerita dia ni.
Okay.
So through the
Lagi panjang lagi bagus.
Okay,
We like
lagi
it.
panjang. Okay, cool. So basically through MOEA, how do we want to empower the youth exactly is that we have 4 pillars in the MOEA. So the first one is business, the second one is individual, the third one is community, the last one is health. Tapi health ni kami kasih postpone dulu sebab we haven't jumpa the right person yang in medical field. Semua kawan-kawan ni yang kami punya geng-geng MOEA ni belum ada yang in medical field lah. So I don't want to start up something yang orang tak boleh, bukan proper lah lagi orang bilang. Yeah. So in terms of the business, we want to encourage the youngsters to start up their own business. Orang fikir selalu kalau business ni mesti mau ada capital yang besar. So we want to let them know, we want to share the awareness yang you can actually start up with zero or minimal capital. And then also we want to share apa beza enterprise dengan sendirian berhad begitu. Because if you want to buka business, you need to know all of this lah kan. And then in terms of the business juga income tax, kita tidak belajar tu di sekolah kan.
No, we don't.
Exactly.
Yes, we don't.
I had to learn it the hard way, but
Yeah. Exactly. So I think dari awal lagi bagus kalau kita tahu benda tu. Same goes to me. Even now pun mau cakap I know semua pasal income tax belum lagi lah. So macam Mr. Taufan said, dia pun had to learn it the hard way. So why don't we start kasih implement benda ni awal. So dari 18 tu they start to know at least the basic of it lah, orang bilang.
yeah, you should know the basics of income tax lah, macam mana mau bayar whatever. But at the same time, if you delve a little bit deeper, macam mana dapat balik duit kita tu.
The tax relief.
Tax relief, ada telefon ke, laptop ke, I
Yes.
forgot apa, beli buku ke, whatever.
Sports equipment.
Tapi nanti kalau tambah banyak kan nanti kena tanya macam-macam. Jadi itu yang jadi malas tuh.
Banyak dia punya proses lah actually kan mau tax relief tu. So kita mau bagi tahu lah the youngsters yang income tax tu kita perlu tahu lah. At least dari on the early age tu orang bilang.
But bukan kalau income tax ni, if you want to start a business lah kan. Of course kalau yang besar-besar you earn more than 3 kah? I think you are income taxable. Tapi below 3 macam you
Yes,
tak bah?
correct.
Kan?
3005.
Or 2005.
2005.
Then below that you
Tidak kena.
but you still have to improve in life lah kan,
Yes.
and business. So
Yes.
sooner or later.
Yes, sooner or later lah. I mean like at least kan kalau orang bawa kau bercerita, kau tahu ba apa what's going on ba begitu. So like they're knowledgeable begitu. It's for your self knowledge lah orang bilang.
Betul.
Yeah. So that's on business lah briefly. So on the individual, this is more to enhance kita punya talent in terms of self confidence. Begitu. And then also individual ni dia banyak aspek lah. If you want to see kan individual ni apa-apa aja untuk kau punya self development. Begitu. So what we trying to provide here, how to do your resume kah, especially yang 18 baru keluar high school, baru mau tahu benda-benda begini ni. So we ajar orang macam mana buat resume. And then we also macam mana how to groom yourself sebelum interview, apa yang kau patut cakap time interview. And then apa lagi ya? We also this one is next year lah in the planning. Ada Excel, Microsoft, semua benda tu.
Soft skills lah.
Yeah, soft skills lah mainly. Sebab kalau mau cari kerja sekarang kan, you need to have this basic lah. Especially kalau kamu masuk office kah apakah. So kalau kau ada sijil, ada basic the Excel and everything, tendensi kau untuk kena hire lagi tinggi lah begitu.
Yeah, you have to prepare them lah.
Yeah.
Because bukan apa, kadang-kadang susah juga yang because you're new. Even degree holders, PhD holders, senang cerita begini saja. You want to work to gain experience.
Yeah.
But the company wants people with experience.
Yeah.
So how you gonna gain experience even though you're qualified? You know, bikin pening pala ba kadang-kadang. So whatever it is, of course you have to start from bottom. We try lah. You don't get everything you want in life.
Yeah.
But you try to get from bottom. You strive for it. Of course, like you said, mesti ada at least soft skill, some skills that can kasih kau lebih ke depan daripada competitors.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not gonna be easy, but at least with more skills, you would know the documentations, Microsoft, Excel, PowerPoint, maybe I don't know, make coffee.
Pun barista apa semua tu kan.
No, I mean make coffee to the office.
And I like that you guys are teaching the soft skills lah, because like you said, benda tu kita tidak belajar di sekolah kan. Yeah, like aku pun dulu I learn it the hard way lah about soft skills.
I think we all learn it the hard way lah.
Aku kena tiaw kau okay, dulu di UiTM dulu oleh lecturer aku.
Macam mana juga di sekolah di I don't know about now. I haven't been to visiting any schools now.
Okay.
Tapi dulu macam mana pen kertas.
Yeah.
Mana ada komputer.
Like we learn apa yang ada aja lah, macam direct to the point, sejarah, matematik and all.
Syllabus lah, ikut syllabus
Yeah.
lah.
Yes, exactly. Ikut
The
syllabus.
only computer I touched masa saya pergi CC main Counter Strike. Main Counter Strike. Idir.
Sana sibuk.
Okay, so that's soft skills lagi.
Yeah, on individual lah. And then the community part is of course NGO. You need to serve back the community lah. And actually my purpose lah kan, yang what I see lah kan, the issue is that ramai kita punya talent, the Sabahan talent, semua have to go to Semenanjung.
True.
Yeah.
We
So-
talked about
That's
it
the sad
before.
part lah.
Yeah, I think because personally, I want to serve my own community, I want to serve Sabahan people, So this is my way my plan, my vision and my mission. Maybe bukan besok kita nak nampak result dia. Next year pun tidak, 1-2 tahun tidak. But maybe I will make an impact dalam 10 tahun akan datang. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the sad thing, you know. Kebanyakan if you want to be successful, slightly successful lah atau ada nama lah, you have to go to KL.
Yeah.
Tengok, kenapa ya lah? I just mentioned a few things lah. Modeling, memang ada modeling. But if you want to go international, you have to go to apa?
Yeah.
A singer. You want to sing? You want to be well known?
Sana
You have
juga.
to go to KL.
Yeah.
I am in the production punya society lah, lebih kurang in that line of work. Let's say if I want to do like movies, only now lah, you nampak ada banyak-banyak yang local movies, local talents, local filmmakers yang start. But before this mana ada, semua pergi Semenanjung. You wanna make it, you have to go Semenanjung. Whatever it is Semenanjung. So what happens to that scene in Sabah?
Yeah.
Macam mana kamu ada nama di Sabah?
Exactly.
Susah mau naik dulu. Tapi sekarang you can see a lot of all these filmmakers lah yang buat local punya movies kan. One of them I forgot apa satu yang panjang nama Sinakagon ke apa tu. That I forgot his name. Sorry ya, jangan marah. So yeah, they start making all these things Sabahan punya original Sabahan punya products, you know, produce.
Yeah. So that's my main point juga lah. That's my reason juga lah. We need to start something lah. Maybe bukan sekarang dia punya impact kan, but hopefully 5 years, 10 years from now we can see the difference lah.
Yang last one tadi apa you said? Medical?
Health.
Health.
So health tu we want to give awareness lah on illness yang kita rasa macam orang perlu tahu. For example like thalassemia. I pun baru recently tahu juga pasal thalassemia. Itu pun from TikTok University.
I think that okay. No, I think that one. Oh ya, sudah kawin kah?
belum kawin.
Yeah, usually because I just got married myself 1 year ago. Wait. 1 year something ago. So usually this is the process I went through. You have to go before kawin, you have to go to check your punya health lah.
Yes.
So and then you check that out for thalassemia. Yeah, they actually do that. It's just that we are not well informed unless kamu kawin lah.
Yeah.
That's why I ask. You know, mana tahu mau ada anak nanti kan, so they worry about the anak having that.
Jadi carrier juga kan.
Yeah. So we had to go through all that lah. You have to go through AIDS test, thalassemia, blood test lah in general lah. So
itu that's what I meant juga. Kalau mau kawin baru tahu ada benda tu begitu. So what if you and your wife is at least not you lah. Kalau what if the person and the wife thalassemia carrier. Jadi they have to separate gitu sebab lambat tahu.
Yeah. I used to be in this case, just a story I had during my remaja days lah. We followed this family planning association. Dia di depan Queen.
Ada association begitu?
Ada. It's called FPA, you know.
Oh, okay.
If you guys remember, all you oldies, my age, 40-ish, you know, depan museum Sabah tu, depan Queen Elizabeth I, mau masuk pergi, you know, museum Sabah tu. Ada satu bangunan sana for family planning association. Basically, we join, we learn about family planning, you know. Kita dah tahu young people nowadays pergi pandai buat saya, you know, so you don't know what will happen back then lah. So we had this family planning association for family planning to learn.
Is it still there today?
I don't know.
It's
I mean,
supposed to be there lah orang
yeah, I don't know. I might pay it a visit just to satisfy my curiosity. Back then, a lot of people. I went there with a couple of my friends in high school for family planning association, but we were there for the chicks saja lah, you know. So,
awas.
yeah. Back then lah, remaja-remaja kan bukan tahu apa-apa. We were naughty boys, you know. So, yeah, I think that's our version of what you're trying to do now lah. So people know what's going on about thalassemia apa semua. Dulu mana ada? Dulu we were more on AIDS, HIV
Yeah.
back then. Yeah, we were more on HIV and AIDS back then.
Actually itulah kalau ikut statistik pun HIV and AIDS pun makin increasing juga actually.
Tapi
in
bukan-
the 20s.
But bukan nowadays, it's not as serious as before. People can have HIV, although they still have that stigma. But it's not as problematic as before. People can still have HIV and they can just no, really, this is true story. People can still have HIV. I don't know which one is the killing one. Is the AIDS or the HIV? I forgot.
Same.
Yeah, I forgot. But I think either one, people can still have HIV. They can still live a normal life.
Okay.
Yeah, they still live a normal life, like normal people. That thing is just dormant. It's not like last time yang tiada ubat for that.
Yeah, like
Tiada.
the technology lah.
Yeah,
dah
the
sudah
technology now is different now, Jal.
Yeah.
Because I think I know a few people like that yang siapa yang time di KL. Yeah, so no names mentioned, but dia begitu, and still living their life like that lah.
Tapi kenapa perlu ada kalau kita boleh cegah gitu.
Yeah, that's one thing lah. It's just that the lifestyle back then,
Yes.
and then the medicine back then not as advanced as now.
Yeah, correct.
So, but it's better to prevent than to cure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's for next year lah, the help.
Ya, ya. Kami cari dulu. Kalau ada yang berminat, siapa mana tahu ada doktor, young doctors or young nurses want to join us and lead the health punya pillar, you are so welcome.
So you're the president of this association.
Yes, I am.
What inspired you to start this organization?
Oh, panjang cerita ini.
Lagi panjang lagi bagus.
Lagi panjang lagi bagus.
It's a bit personal lah, but I don't mind sharing. So, 25 years of living lah kan. Last year, I started this last year. Saya jenis ikut je apa bapak saya suruh bikin bah, orang bilang. Okay.
We went through all that.
Dia bilang, oh SPM kau dapat BIA, okay kau jadi cikgu lah, kau ambil TESOL lah. So I took TESOL. I tiada minat langsung, but I just did it lah, I just do it kan. Okay, lepas tu, then I follow je lah all everything. Sampailah one time I started to sing my capability and my passion, apa yang I want to do, what I think I really like to do, because I selalu follow my dad around, tengok cara dia kerja and everything. So I think I start to fall in love with serving the community bah. Gitu. So and then before this I ndak tahu pun NGO ni macam mana mau start, apa dia punya first step and everything, zero knowledge. Betul-betul tak tahu apa-apa. So it turns out my vice president Jacqueline Lau, dia tahu lah, dia join NGO juga sana sini. So dia tahu lah sikit-sikit mau daftar di ROS. Itu pun saya tak tahu before this. So I started to, itulah semua tu yang memang from zero lah. I don't know anything. Tapi discuss, I Google, I cari macam mana cara dia untuk buat NGO. Then I started sampai sekarang lah. I don't know how I got here juga actually, honestly, to be honest. But I think it's the determination kali.
Wouldn't it be, I mean, just food for thought lah. Wouldn't it be more easier for you just to ask another NGO punya body about how to make an NGO body?
I think I had a connection tu kali.
Really? Well, I thought
Yeah.
there's a couple of NGOs. Yeah. I mean, I can't remember which one.
I memang before this ndak pernah involved in any NGO. Yeah,
okay,
so
okay,
that's
okay,
why macam NGO, oh okay. But because if you want to attract the youngsters through political kan, susah kau mau tarik orang. Susah kau mau bawa orang to see apa yang kau mau buat sebenarnya. So why don't I start up something yang macam beginilah NGO. So it turns out I boleh gather orang dari I start from 2% to 7. Now we almost 30 plus.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
almost
Cool.
30 plus. So it's an small achievement for me.
Bajal, join? Kau join?
Mana tahu kan?
Ya, kau join. Aku tunggu kawan aku ni. Nah, itu lain lagi cerita tapi ya.
Ini cerita. Ni macam exit age limit sudah ni.
Ya.
But
Boleh.
there's literally an age limit.
No lah,
Yeah.
but we're focusing on 18 to 35 years old begitu.
Nah, kami bukan yang youngsters, kami yang
You have your own NGO lah.
Elite.
Yes. Okay, my next question, I don't know if you can answer it on camera or not lah, but
Okay, I try my best.
okay. How does your NGO secure funding to sustain its operation?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Itu aku pun curiga juga lah, like NGO kan, how do you guys sustain though?
Okay. Boleh. Saya cerita orang bilang.
Okay.
Okay, so basically kalau mau bilang consistent punya funding memang tiada. And shout out to my dad, dia very supportive. So yang early days tu, yang during kayak punya startup tu memang dia ada tolong juga lah. So mau cakap funding, my dad ada tolong sikit. And then my personal money pun ada juga, of course. I have to sacrifice something. And then my team, I tiada minta dorang lah. And then for the event-event yang kami buat, program-program yang kami buat tu, kami memang minta sponsorship lah. Minta sponsorship, minta funding. Tapi until recently, my dad dia tegur lah. Dia bagi satu teguran. Dia bilang, if you want to be a leader, dia bilang, you have to be creative. Dia bilang, tidak boleh setiap kali kau ada event, kau minta orang duit, kau minta orang barang. Dia bilang. So it spark me lah. Macam betul juga kan, dia bilang. Because you need to be creative lah. Macam mana kau mau buat event tanpa kau pergi minta orang sponsor and everything. So actually that's the reason why I start my business. I franchise Borneo Sticky Milk. One of the reason is to fund my own NGO. Supaya saya tiap pergi minta-minta orang. It's a small step lah, orang bilang. Bukanlah terus-terus I can fund kan, but it's a small step for me to fund my own
I mean,
NGO.
I understand that, but it's not wrong to have sponsorships also. I mean, it's just part because when you sponsorship, at the same time, when you do sponsorship for, like say, to your NGO also, when you do an event lah, you mention dorong punya apa juga sana. Oh, this is a sponsorship from the apa.
Yeah.
You give them publicity as
Yes.
well. You give them some presence towards apa. Macam let's say ini jual Milo. So I sponsor you something. So you put there, oh, Milo has one of the sponsors for this is Milo. Yeah, Milo. So you put them out there in the
Yeah.
open. Oh, I don't know Milo. Let's try sponsorship. You know, something like that. It's still product placement in a way, lah. You know.
Yeah, I agree with that juga. Cuma
But it's better to have alternatives.
yeah, I mean like in terms of kayak punya planning kan, every month we want to do event pa. So every month ni kan, so mau minta sponsor, okay contoh lah satu tahun ada 12 bulan. So kau kena cari 12 sponsorship begitu. So macam it's a hassle juga kan. So yeah.
Apa point one to be that hassle, dude? To find different sponsors lah, not the same
yeah.
Itu saja
Itulah
lah.
tu. You need to find 12 sponsorship
Yeah.
lah, orang bilang in a year. But I think we still very new kan. So we all are still learning. We do have our fundraising and sponsorship punya team. So itulah, we sama-sama belajar lah.
Apa tadi, Borneo Milky?
Borneo Sticky Milk.
Di mana lah stallnya? Mana tuh orang boleh?
Oh, okay.
Boleh visit?
Iya.
Boleh visit kan to fund kayak punya MOIA.
Yes.
Orang bilang dekat kalau yang orang di Putatan tuh restoran Mamawan ataupun Delicious Curry House, ada parking lot sana lah tuh bazar.
Oh, dekat Transformer tu kah? Yang macam sana ada satu macam SSB punya macam PMU bah. Kan sana Delicious and then Harvest.
Yes.
Because saya selalu pergi Harvest beli semua makanan kura-kura. So
Ya, dia lah tuh, sana lah tuh.
Okay.
Ya, so basically itu pun baru buka. So saya promote lah sekali kan
Sila.
alang-alang. Uptown Putatan Night Market.
Oh, dia basically memang banyak berjual lah sana.
Memang banyak, ada
Uptown.
47
I don't know,
vendors.
there's an
Uptown Putatan dan paket yang depan Golden one.
Tidak. No, ini baru lagi.
Oh, lain lagi.
Baru 3 weeks di situ betapak. Yeah.
Oh, dia bukan yang sebelah public bank tu, Pak? Wait,
No. Yeah, I thought di situ ada juga, but that's different.
Oh, that's different. Oh, yang ni yang betul-betul yang depan apa tu lah, depan di SC tu. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are very new. Ada 47 vendors. So
That's a lot.
yeah, that's a lot. I pun impressed they can actually gather that much of vendors lah.
Oh, boleh check it out.
Yeah, you guys can check it out lah.
Malam tu kan?
Yes.
Night. Okay. Alright.
Start jam?
4:30. Actually at 3:30 pun ada yang start sudah buka kemah tu.
Sampai?
4:30 until 11 begitu. Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys are ever around Putatan, go check
Open
it out.
every day
Every
Monday
day?
to Sunday.
So you're there every day?
Yeah, I'm there every day.
Ya, siapa yang mau mau look at this little cute face di sana lah.
So like you have a permanent job juga kan?
Yes, I
Damn,
do.
I'm impressed. Dia like ada permanent job, NGO, now business thing.
Yeah, what do we do?
Honestly, I pun heran mana I got all this energy. Itulah I think determination and passion lah. Itu yang keeps me going.
I thought small people have feisty personalities, you know. So,
In a way.
yeah.
So you guys setahun sudah lah kan?
Oh, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Very new lah. Almost a
Very
year
new.
lah.
Okay, so I started this planning lah yang from 0 to October last year. October
Okay.
last year. So we got certified 17 April this year.
Oh,
Yeah, still
okay.
very new lah. Still
So
very new.
sepanjang all the periods,
Mhm.
what have you guys done so far?
Oh, okay.
I know I saw you guys punya blood donation
Yeah.
and
blood
recently
donation.
dengan apa? Miss World?
Yeah, Miss Well.
So apa-apalah.
The first event, you guys were there.
Mhm.
The pop-up bazaar.
Oh yeah.
Pop-up
that's the
bazaar
name.
Tanjung Aru. Itu pun gila-gila juga dia punya kerja tu.
Mhm.
Dia punya challenge tu, but okay lah, we managed juga. So the pop-up bazaar, and then we did income tax punya,
Tax talk.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
tax talk, and then we did the beach cleanup with the Miss World.
Oh yeah.
Miss World bro.
Miss
Yeah,
World lah,
memang
ada
Miss
Miss
World
World. And then recently blood donation dekat Urban Tamu. Oh, last one, the banjir. The
Yeah,
flood
I saw
relief.
that.
Oh,
The flood relief
flood
too.
relief.
Actually, I was in my mom's hometown in Philippines during the flood.
Oh.
Tapi hati saya tak tenang, bah orang bilang kan, macam it's really bad. It's really bad. So I talked to my VP. I said, I think we need to do something lah. Since the team memang all ada di KK, saya saja yang jauh. I think we need to do something about this lah. Tapi sekarang ni kayu punya bank account ni belum proses-proses lagi. NGO ni it's been months sudah kami tunggu.
Okay, for the bank account, what is under current account kah atau savings? It should be current account.
Current,
kan?
ya, current account. Tapi belum settle lagi dia punya proses. I don't know apa yang bikin lama. So I don't want to buka donation guna personal bank bah. Nanti jadi issue bah.
Yes.
Tapi we have to juga. So we did open donation using personal account. Orang bilang alhamdulillah we managed to get almost 10,000. We receive almost 10,000. So the 10,000 we bahagi 7 days. 7 days. So every day we keluar tapau, we kasih keluar tapau, mineral water. Itulah mainly tapau and mineral water because time tu dorang stuck di rumah, so dorang tidak dapat keluar pergi makan. So we sendiri masuk kampung and the team sendiri masuk kampung and hantar makanan tu.
How do you? If it's that time dia air naik kah?
Ya, naik.
So how do you naik boat lah?
Time tu ada turun sikit sudah lah.
Oh,
Masih
okay.
paras lutut juga lah orang bilang,
Oh,
masih
okay.
tinggi
Then
juga
4 wheel lah.
Ya, naik 4 wheel. Itu pun amazing lah. My team did a very amazing job lah time tu. Ya, itulah.
I thought you guys had there's one more manicure class.
Oh, itu upcoming.
Oh itu
Upcoming.
belum.
Itu upcoming.
Mau belajar ya?
I don't. Dah saya mau belajar, but I think my nails needs doing lah.
Itu what, a class?
a class lah, a workshop lah, begitu.
You need a model atau apa untuk
Yeah,
apa
we
kah?
do, we do.
Okay, boleh lah.
We do actually.
You can use my hands.
Kalau kamu free, kamu boleh datang jadi model, tiada masalah.
So when is that though?
24th and 25th August. It's a 2 days workshop. So 2 days workshop tu, after you're done with the workshop, you got certificate, like you're a certified nail technician sudah, and then we give you starter kit. So ini put aside lah manicure ka apa kan. The main objective is to give the platform for them to start up their
And
own
the
business.
skills, and the skills
and also
lah.
the skills. Yeah.
Oh,
So besok dia habis ni hari, besok dia boleh pergi sudah cari orang buat kuku.
Wow.
Begitu.
Yeah, home. I mean,
Home
before
service
before
lah.
you have a shop, home service lah.
Yeah,
Door to
home
door
service.
or
Yes, door to
home
door.
home service lah ya.
Yeah.
Okay, for this time hopefully yang kita punya next program tu ndak clash sama yang ni lah. Mana tu boleh pergi.
Boleh jadi model. Kamu kasih bersih kuku.
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Oh, the price is actually the actual price is 599, tapi we offer pergi 250. For 2 days.
So ladies and guys, if you want to go for apa manicure class, from 599 to 299, discount, you know.
Bukan 299, 250.
250. Oh,
Lagi murah.
Lagi murah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Nanti kami bagi nanti kau bagi dia punya apa tu details pada dia ya.
Yeah, boleh.
Okay.
So you mentioned just now about challenges.
Yeah.
So what are the challenges and obstacles lah about what you guys do?
Okay lah, for me personally lah dulu kan, since it's very new kan, dia belum established lah orang bilang kan, unlike macam NGO lain yang kalau orang punya mesyuarat agung yang ke 20, ke 30 yang memang established sudah kan structured. So kami punya ni belum structured sangat lagi. We still more figuring things out here and there lagi. So for me to convince people to join us, tu yang I think a bit a challenge juga. Sebab dorang belum nampak lagi kami punya impact sebesar mana yang kami boleh buat. Begitu.
Well, you guys have a media team kah?
Ada.
I guess that's one of the ways you can make it more flashy, I guess, more
Yeah.
more eye-catching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Itulah still in planning juga lah. Of course the social media plays a big role lah sekarang ni lagi kan, and kami punya target audience is youngsters, memang every day on social media. So memang ada plan juga lah. And then one of the challenge is ada juga lah orang-orang yang macam bukanlah macam underestimate lah kali ya. The word underestimate, macam boleh kah dorang buat ni, mampu kah dorang buat, dorang tahu kah juga apa dorang buat ni.
We have haters everywhere.
Yes,
Don't mind
haters lah kan, kita
biasa.
panggil dorang
They
kasih
think
simple word haters.
simple word haters lah orang
Yeah,
bilang.
haters lah. That's the term yang widely used nowadays. Like, haters. It's just noise. Block
Yeah,
it out.
betul.
Yeah, you know.
And I'm a very
Dah dapat lari juga tu.
Yeah, I'm a very optimistic person. Jadi apa orang cakap pun, yang penting if I want to do it, I do it sampai habis. Yeah. So challenge banyaklah challenge dia sebenarnya. Itu
Kalau time banjir hari itu, what was the biggest challenge though?
I cannot say because I wasn't there. But overall I think the challenge macam mana, awal-awal the early days kan memang mainly all the work I macam one man show ba ni orang bilang. So bila I wasn't there, sana dorang get to learn how to do work without me lah. Begitu. So they need to, because even though saya jauh di Philippines, every hour saya minta update. Because banjir ba, kalau dorang ada apa-apa it's on me. Yeah. So every update kereta, siapa naik kereta, siapa drive, pergi mana, semua mesti send live location, update on time, berapa tapau keluar, siapa yang dapat, semua tu they need to update me.
Yeah, because bukan apa, because there's one casualty kan that.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
so
yes. Itu
you have
actually
to avoid that lah at all cost.
Betul. So itu yang I paling risau lah, because I wasn't there kan. So thank God, shout out to my team, especially Dani, dia yang lead the team throughout the days, the 7 days tu. Dia sanalah juga baru kali dorang pun rasa what I felt before lah, yang semua pun depending on me. So at least they get to feel and learn and experience lah.
Basically, you're grooming the next leaders lah.
Yes,
you know.
yes,
You're
yes,
grooming
yes,
next
yes,
leaders.
yes.
You know, you cannot have just one leader.
Betul.
You mesti ada apa in case of your absence, kan?
Yeah,
Someone has to lead.
yeah, betul.
I saw yang the moment you balik KK, you terus pergi masukkan. You clean the houses.
Yeah. Saya suka dia ni, dia update dengan saya punya story.
Yeah, because we're friends on social media, so
Yeah.
I see all your posts lah.
Yeah, because
So like you guys kasih bersih juga lah rumah-rumah yang kena banjir and all.
yes, we kasih bersih. Siapa yang reach out to us tu memang we pergi and kasih bersih lah. I think we kasih bersih dalam 2-3 rumah juga lah. Yeah.
So all you guys semua turun pergi rumah tu semua kasih bersih.
Yes. Ada juga dari sana juga actually we do our membership drive. So siapa yang nampak apa yang kami buat ni, dorang tolong lah begitu. And recently inilah something, it is like a proud moment for me and MOEA. Ada orang mau masuk our team, dia mau contribute lah because dia nampak what we did during the banjir. Itu strangers lah. Dia macam dia bukan a friend of a friend begitu. Dia datang to us, cakap dia mau join because dia mau join ni lah our misi and visi ni. So maksud dia the word has spread sudah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, because of what they did kan, aku pun terus macam yang I gotta somehow macam help you guys with promoting and stuff.
Thank you.
So yeah, you guys are doing something good.
Thank you.
So what are the future plans lah for the Movement of Empowerment Association?
The future plan is okay. To be honest, yang this year lah kan, what we do is just macam roughly plan je. Kita buat apa yang kita boleh. Siapa bagi kita opportunity, kita grab, orang bilang. Because this year is just to focus on visibility. Kasih tahu orang, we're here actually. MOEA,
Presence.
yeah, presence. Kami mau kasih tahu. Even macam last minute pun, ad hoc pun kami go je, kami gas je. Sebab we need publicity lah sekarang ni, orang bilang mau famous lah. For next year, slowly we try to buat kami punya program and events according to our pillars. Pillars kan, kita punya tiang, kami punya tiang. So kami ada 3 pillars for now. So itu yang kami follow lah. So business, then kami bagilah business tu kan, we do by quarters. So maybe quarter 1 we focus on business, quarter 2 we focus on individual, and gitulah dan seterusnya. Yeah.
So my last question lah. Do you have any last question?
Go ahead. It'll come to me somehow. So
Do you have any advice for new aspiring NGO founders? I mean, I know you guys are very new,
Yeah.
but I guess someone gotta refer to someone. So I guess maybe people can refer to you.
Wih, soalan tu betul-betul honor lah orang bilang.
yeah.
Because I'm new too, sangat-sangat baru. But what I can say is to be brave. Is to be brave. Apa-apa yang you want to do lah, apa-apa you want to start something pun, you need to be brave lah. Because haters memang ada. Orang tidak percaya kau boleh buat tu memang ada. Be it NGO kah, business kah, whatever it is, memang ada orang yang akan underestimate kau. But you as a person, you need to believe yourself that you can do it lah. So my advice itulah, first is to be brave and believe in yourself. Second, research. Apa yang kau mau buat betul-betul. So you need to find your purpose lah. Kenapa kau buat benda tu, begitu. I think
Itulah.
sebagai orang baru itulah
Itu
sejarah.
yang boleh cakap.
Wait, I think I can add one more on
Okay.
that lah. Aside from those two, I think what she can provide is step by step how to do the NGO, because not many people know how to know the knowledge of how to create an NGO body.
Betul.
Betul?
So she can give enlightenment on that lah, you know, because dari tadi yang the first question dia awal-awal lagi dia sudah cakap dia pun kalau mencari sana sini in the dark how to create her NGO. So at least she has the knowledge. So whoever the new people who wants to make a movement, Yeah, she
All
can give you
welcome.
a
Yes.
guide. Yeah.
So you guys are recruiting people juga lah kan?
Yes.
How do people contact you?
You can find us on social media. Instagram. We paling aktif di Instagram lah. MOE Association. You can follow us there.
We'll put that
I'll
on
put
the.
the
MOE,
links down
yeah.
below.
And I think I mau apa lagi I mau cakap tadi tu. Okay, I lupa sudah. Yeah, I think itu saja lah.
So yeah, I guess that's all the questions from me. What about you?
I think that's it from me.
Anything to add on? Atau like I don't know pesanan hikmat masyarakat kah? For the
PSA.
youngsters, yes.
To the youngsters out there, jangan terlampau berada di keadaan yang selesa.
I like that.
Jangan terlampau ada di keadaan yang selesa. Meaning to say, you have one job, 9 to 5 job. Yes, of course, tired, memang penat. Tapi at the same time, you need to find something yang kamu buat selain daripada kerja kau. So meaning to say apa? Maybe join NGO, join movement, besukan or anything lah. Yang penting itu untuk cara kau cari diri kau. Begitu. Find your life purpose lah selain daripada kerja. Yeah. Because me personally pun sekarang I'm doing 3 things at the same time. Penat memang penat, tidur pun macam tiada tidur juga. But I'm happy because I think saya jumpa diri saya.
But I like my comfort zone.
Untuk keluar.
You can, boleh. Tiada masalah di comfort zone. Tapi jangan sampai takut untuk buat keputusan untuk diri sendiri.
Ya, member aku selalu advise juga dulu. Keluar dari zone selesa, orang cakap.
Yeah.
If you wanna do something out of the ordinary.
I'm comfortable here. It's okay.
I mean, it's not for everyone.
Yeah, it's not for everyone. Betul, it's not for everyone.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's all from us for this episode. Thank you,
Thank
Hilary,
you so
for
much.
coming to the show.
Yeah.
And jangan lupa comment, like, subscribe guys, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and kamu boleh follow sekali MOE Association.
Yeah, sini nanti dia kasih keluar.
They're available on Instagram. You guys TikTok tidak kan?
TikTok ada. Sama juga dia punya
Oh, I tried to
username.
find you guys yesterday, tidak?
Ada.
Oh,
Nanti saya
okay.
bagi link.
Alright. So Facebook ada juga kan?
Facebook ada.
Alright. So that is all from us. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.
Peace out.